As I've gotten older, street skating has become harder and harder for a bunch of different reasons. Now, if you feel the same way as me and you need some inspiration and you want to feel better about your own street skating, then you've come to the right place. If you're watching this, it means I finally got around to releasing the laced Mizu line. Now, the inspiration behind this line obviously is the trick Mizu, and Mizu meaning water in Japanese, and the history of the trick like that. This idea came to me and I was just thinking, wouldn't it be cool to have an embroidered shirt that has water droplets spelling out the word Mizu? And it is available now if you want to cop it. I think the thing I liked the most about this idea was the niche edit I wanted to make. So I challenged myself with this edit to not only try do a whole street edit by myself, solo filming as much as I can. At this stage, that is where I'm at. I don't know if that's going to be the case further on. But also to only do Mizu variations or have some kind of Mizu in every single trick. Now, Mizu is by no means my safe trick. I never do them. I like my 3 Mizus, that's it. Everything else I skip. Especially someone who's fully out of practice from skating street. This was quite the challenge for me. And this is day 1 that you're watching right now. But yeah, cop the shirt. This is the hardest part for me, getting started. Trying to get the first clip. I know some smarter bladers out there, they try to get the ender clips first. I need to work my way up to that. And this first spot I did here was this tiny little ledge. Now this is originally a seat. It's actually at the skate park, which made it perfect. I went to the skate park to warm up and I saw this. I like this shot though that it's coming out of the bush. I was like, I could do some kind of Mizu on there, you know? And it's one of those ledges that I absolutely hate skating because it's so short that no trick is satisfying. And I don't think I'm an accurate enough skater to really do some crazy shit on it. But anyway, the trick I saw when looking at this ledge to do with Mizu was a half cab Mizu rewind 360 out. There was like half a second there where I was considering doing a 540 out, and then I realized it's never going to happen. I needed a longer ledge for that, or not the half cab. But yeah, this was a huge step for me. I just got my confidence going that I could do this edit and got the ball rolling. And the clip looked a lot better than it felt. It felt like it was going to be really a little bit too tappy. But I was like, yeah, while I'm here, I might as well get some more clips. I wanted to try do a solid fisheye lens, and I thought about doing some negative Mizus, so I moved on to do that. So this is one of those ledges where the edge is really sharp and jagged, so any kind of backslide trick just would stick like hell. And I was having a lot of trouble with that, which is kind of frustrating. If I put it in the edit, I don't know, we'll see it. Actually, I haven't seen the clip here, but I'm surprised how good this angle looks with the fisheye. It was very last minute and very rushed. And I was feeling very self-conscious about being, you know, a 26-year-old filming myself skating in the middle of the city. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm trying to get over that myself. And this was a big step towards that, I think. I was actually pretty happy with how that came out. You can see how much it fucked my skates though. So at least this day, I don't know if I've changed in the future. I was skating the 3D printed frame walls from Hexablitz. And I love these, dude. They're like, it's bigger than, it feels like Aeons on a dim skate, which is great. But doing the negatives, just on the negative foot, started to chip out here. And yeah, honestly, everything did kind of feel sticky, but I feel like everything's felt sticky for me just as I got older. It must just be too heavy now, something for things to slide well. Or maybe it's just remembering SL has been a lot better. But anyway, I landed this alley-oop negative mistrial in like 2 tries, but every single time it would just kind of slightly stick as I jumped out, making the landing feel very unco. So I put a lot of effort in trying to hold that, trying to not stick at the end, and it didn't really happen. Kind of every single landing I had was pretty similar, but I managed to get one that was good enough for the mission by the end. But yeah, it's weird. It didn't matter what I did, this ledge just wouldn't slide. From there, I wanted to move on to the actual spot that I wanted to hit first, which is one I was pretty nervous about. It's another really safe spot in theory, but it's just I didn't know what I was going to do there, pretty much. I had a couple things in mind, but I don't know. I didn't know. I wanted to work it out. And this is something I always struggled with as a street skater, is I think very skate park. It's hard for me to get out of skate park mind. So I look for a ledge to do ledge tricks on, as you can already tell. I don't look for something that you don't find at a skate park. But yeah, this is the spot, and the first trick I came up with was just I wanted to incorporate the benches, so I just wanted to roll up, do a Mizu, and then roll on the next bench in 3 out. And it was way harder than I thought. For just a Mizu, dude, this spot has so much crosswinds. It was way harder than I wanted it to be. Even just the sole, which I feel so much more comfortable on a sole, took me way too many attempts. I swear I know how to hold a grind on a straight ledge, but the second there's like a defined amount of time I have to hold it, or like a set place I have to land, suddenly I have zero faith in my ability to hold it. All I'm thinking about while trying even just the sole grind on this gap between the benches here is coming off a little too short and either getting shinned on the bench or landing in the crack in the bench, which would also, it probably wouldn't even be that bad, but you know, I really tried to consider other tricks to do on here too, like maybe even a 180 onto the bench or like a spin trick on the ledge, but it all felt like impossible, man. I'm telling you, like that bench is just narrow enough for me to have no faith in my accuracy. Now, once again, I thought I wouldn't be using that clip, and I'm actually pretty happy with how it came out. It's a lot cleaner than I thought, and it didn't look as waste of time. I think it's a good little filler. Obviously I haven't done the final edit here, so hopefully I did put it in. But yeah, that also got the ball rolling, made me feel a bit better, especially because it's quite a public spot. I am still not in the good mindset, especially solo skating, man. I feel like such a weirdo out there filming myself skating. But this, no one cared. I noticed that no one gives a fuck what I'm doing. And if someone does come up in the past, it's always a good experience. I'm just trying to tell myself that so I go out and skate more. Now, the next idea I had in mind for this ledge was one that I had zero confidence I was going to do. Absolutely none. And that was to get a sweat stance over the bench at the end. Now, this is probably one of the safer tricks to do, especially Mizu variations over this bench. But just looking at this ledge, it had a really chipped up, jagged edge. Sweaty has been... That was the first topside I ever learned, but it's definitely not one I'm confident in at all. But yeah, and just feeling it out, it's just skating into a headwind. I had zero motivation. I was like, there's no way in fuck I'm gonna do this. And I was like, you know what? And I rolled a couple like fish brains on it, and I was like, yeah, I could probably do it. I should set the camera up. And setting the camera up seemed to just really help me out. And now this one, I haven't seen the clip yet. Some of them felt a bit rolled. I really hope they're not rolled, because I'm gonna be so pissed. But I was very happy with this one, because this is something I didn't think I'd get. And it was nowhere near as hard as I thought it was going to be. It's just the ultimate example of my skating. But I am very proud that I got this one done. And yeah, hopefully it came out good. Anyway, took a few attempts though. And I keep running into the problem where it would stick on me right at the end, dude. Fuck. And this little step on Markio thing was real fun. It felt a lot better. It felt cool, even though I'm looking at it now. It was pretty cringe, but it's fun. But it's the kind of shit, like I can see like a natural good street skater doing some cool like mid spins between them. Something about just having something under the ledge, even on tricks where you're never gonna fall under. It's so fucking scary, dude. I feel like this is really the beginning of this edit, but that's all the clips I got this day. Nice and quick one. I did have a lot of schoolwork. I'm supposed to be doing that right now, but I thought I'd do a live talk through of this to save me some time later and trying to remember. But this scenic spot here is so good, and it's really inspirational, and that's where I shot hopefully some of the B-roll I use. Like there's the hole in the wall. I'm picturing the title scene here. I don't know if I do it. But yeah, the Wellington waterfront's just so pretty, and it's quite inspirational, you know, just to be there. It makes you want to be artsy, you know? But anyway, yeah, that's day one. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for day two. Shout out to my patrons. I appreciate them. And yeah, cop the shirt if you want to support me. It will mean a lot. I will personally ship it out to you from here. And there's only a few of them, and I would love to restock them, but I'm a little worried. If they don't sell quick enough, I'm not going to restock them. But anyway, yeah, thanks for the support. Go for a skate. And yeah, I know you're better than me at street skating, so this should be solid motivation that you can go out and do a way better fucking trick than me in the streets. Just do it, you know?